If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood. I love you, morning wood, with a love so rare and true. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Well, I love you, I want you, morning wood.
Rise and shine. This is the Morning Woo. Happy Devil's Sunday. And this glorious October 5th, 2025, the maiden voyage of the Morning Woo. Morning programming for your Devil's needs. And we're going to talk about a lot of shenanigans, a lot of Devils hockey, a lot of shenanigans around the world, the sports world, current events, whatnot, in the morning. And I want to thank all those tuning in on the YouTube Live, X Live, Facebook Live, Twitch, on the Let's Go Devils Network, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios. I'm your host, Sam Woo. It's going to be a little bit different from the Woo Report. It's going to be a little bit of a fun podcast. We're going to have good guests. I don't know if we're going to get them in the morning. Maybe we'll pre-record it. But this is the Morning Woo. So to all those that are filing in the chat rooms right now and all, get your Morning Woo. Hold it up high, your cups, whatever you're drinking. Now let's all cheers and have a sip to this glorious day. All right, now we can begin. Devils losing last night, or actually yesterday afternoon, preseason match at the Wells. I don't even know what they call it. What do they call it now? Max, help me out. It's not no longer Wells Fargo Center. It's called something in Philadelphia. They played the Flyers last night or yesterday afternoon, losing in a shootout. Again, Flyers starters versus the Devils farm team. I'm not going to read too much into it, but there's a little bit of just a tiny bit of concern. I know it's preseason. Xfinity Mobile Center, right? Yeah, okay. Xfinity Mobile Center. Thank you, Max. Thank you. I'm sorry, Select the Boy. Thank you. Thank you for the help. But I just don't like giving up leads late in the third period. Jake Allen was playing very well in that game against the Flyers. Just a little concerned about it. Just a little bit concerned about it. Ball is good right now in Devils land right now because, well, you signed Luke Hughes. You've got Luke Hughes, 7 years, $9 million AAV. Doesn't that feel, don't you feel secure right now as a Devils fan? That security that you got both Hughes brothers locked up for a while, with the possibility of the third one, Quinn, coming possibly in the near future. By the way, for those that know, anytime I buy a hockey jersey or any jersey and I get customized to the player I want, that player is usually either retires, traded, injured, is non-relevant. I have my Fanatics jersey. I'm going to make that call very soon to get Palat's name on the back of that jersey. Because I know a lot of you fans have been requesting it all during the offseason, during the summer. That, oh, you got to get Palat jersey. We got to get rid of him. Well, someone did get off the team via trade. And that's Curtis McDermott. Going to the Ottawa Senators for McElwain. Devils get a pretty decent face-off guy. I like the trade a lot. Devils save $500,000 on the cap. We'll discuss more about the cap situation on the Sunday podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition. Again, at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll go in more depth of, the cap situation. But I like the move. Sure, do I want more beef in the lineup? But you know what? Curtis McDermott, he hardly plays. I think the Devils' bottom six is looking pretty decent right now. I think this is probably one of the most, I don't want to say a deep team, but it seems like it's got that balance all around. Let's start off with the goaltenders. Markstrom, Allen, if they can play the way they did last season, barring any injuries, it could be a second year in a row for Tom Fitzgerald that he doesn't have to worry about goaltenders. Nico Dawes, kind of shaky this preseason, but can't be worried about that. You got your two goaltender tandems in Markstrom and Allen, veteran leaders. On defense, Brendan Dillon, we revealed this on the State of the Fan address presented by pucksandpitchforks.com. If you haven't gone to pucksandpitchforks.com, you got to go. You got to go because they're putting out articles at a rate that you wanted more Devils coverage, they got it for you, right? As the season is upon us. I love that site. I know I'm a little biased, but on the State of the Fan address, Brendan Dillon, which surprisingly had that neck surgery that Jack Eichel, the Vegas Golden Knights, had. He didn't have it with the Buffalo Sabres because there was that whole controversy of which kind of medical procedure that he would get. In fairness to the Buffalo Sabres, they wanted to go the safe route. But Jack Eichel wanted this surgery to get back quicker and perform, and he had. Brendan Dillon back with the New Jersey Devils. You look at Brett Pesce, big signing last offseason. Dougie Hamilton, will he be on the team with the cap situation? I think he would be. Luke Hughes signing that long-term deal. Seamus Casey, unfortunately, is going to be out for a while. Simon Nemec, he had that one screw-up there against the New York Rangers, but he'll learn. Having a great playoff series against the Carolina Hurricanes, especially scoring that overtime game-winning goal. Devils' defense looks pretty good. It's pretty balanced. What do I mean by balance? They've got grit. They've got mobility. They got a little toughness. And they got experience. And they got some young players. Balance. It's kind of like dieting. You want to have a balanced diet. Supernova 68 said, can we talk about the 3-pass Turdkin? He's trolling there in the YouTube live. We can. But let me get through what I needed to say. The forwards. Top 6. If you have a healthy Jack Hughes, and that's a big if, Jesper Bratt's been consistent. But he needs to do a little bit more when it comes to playoff time down the stretch. Timo Meier, I think he's on a good roll right now in the past year and a half. Getting some of that world experience. Ted's asking, really, Sam? Please explain. I think the top 6 is going to be okay. One question mark about is Palat. Paul Cotter on the bottom 6, looking pretty good. But as we know, last season he was a little inconsistent. Can he bring that speed? Can he bring that grit, toughness, like Miles Wood did years ago? We need a little bit of craziness on the bottom 6. Cody Glass is back. Signed. Connor Brown. You got that Stanley Cup playoff experience. Oh, Ted was referring to that balanced diet. I thought he was talking about hockey. But anyway, yeah, well, that's what the doctors tell me. But, you know, I'm pretty beefalytics, if you know what I mean. Max is super excited about Gritsik. Yes, again, I'm excited about Gritsik. I know I've trashed him a little bit. Still not sold on some of these players. But Aminaho, kind of getting excited about. This guy can come out of left field at some point. Love these players. Stefan Nason, supposed to come back at some point. But I think the 3rd and 4th line could be special this season. I hope it's not just a bunch of average players taking up time and space. They have to be impactful. There's going to be competition, and competition is good in the bottom 6. You want playing time, you got to impress. You got to impress Sheldon Keefe and the staff. And that's the bottom line. And I think Paul Cotter got the message. I think having Connor Brown there is going to be good. You know, you got Danilov, and you've got a whole bunch of players on that bottom 6. Lawrence Eck says, anyone see Ryan Graves put on waivers? He never did as well as he did in Jersey. Yeah, that's a big contract to absorb. I believe he has 4 years left. I believe it was originally a 6-year deal that he had signed with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Ryan Graves, defenseman. Got to talk to a little fireboy about that. But I'll tell you, Devils are looking pretty good right now. Pretty good. Michael Hay talking about the Florida-Tampa fight. Hey, preseason fight, you better get it over and done with. I mean, this season's going to be a little bit of a weird season. Next year, the NHL, because of this expansion, is going to an 84-game season next year. Some of these rival games, you only get 3. I don't know how the Devils and Rangers are just playing starting in March of this season 2026, before they see the Rangers. But eventually it'll go back to 4. So you have 2 home games and 2 away games against the New York Rangers. And, you know, I think the Devils got gypped here because they played 1 at Prudential Center and 2 at Madison Square Garden. But as Devils fans, let's turn Madison Square Garden, that dump, into the Prudential Center by trying to invade the New York Rangers building. That would be great. That would be great. That would be wonderful. boy, it's great to be back. The Let's Go Devils podcast. We're on all cylinders right now. The debut of the Morning Woo. And, you know, we got football today. My Penn State Nittany Lions. I don't want to talk about the football team. I feel like a Jets fan right now when I talk about the Penn State Nittany Lions. I feel like a Mets fan when I talk about the Penn State Nittany Lions football. But what about the Penn State Nittany Lions hockey team coming back in the third period against Arizona State? The Sun Devils fear the fork no more. Gavin McKenna scoring the game-winning goal. I love collegiate hockey, but this is great. This is great. I'm loving college hockey right now. Ted says, what about the big stage? The big stage will be back at American Whiskey. Yes, the big stage will be back at American Whiskey. Hopefully on opening night. Got to talk to Frank the Tank. Yes, American Whiskey, the official home game bar of the Let's Go Devils podcast. 51 Edison Place, across the street from Prudential Center, next to Championship Plaza. It'll be a good time. Matt Freudenberger, we have to be cap compliant by 5 p.m. Monday, so expect a big trade today or tomorrow. Look, Matt, I'll send the email out for Palat jersey to be made. Good to see you, Matt Freudenberger. I do need to talk to you, Matt Freudenberger. I'll probably message you on Facebook. Mike Rossi says, don't worry, Sam. When State plays Rutgers, they'll get them a W. Yeah, Rutgers. I don't even know how Rutgers is in the Big Ten. I think it's only for TV purposes only, kind of using them. But whatever. Well, this is the maiden voyage of the Morning Woo. On a serious note, folks, we'll talk a little bit more about this on the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. I have seen on social media something that is quite, I don't know what the right word is, but it's quite scary. One of our own, he is a New Jersey Devils fan. I think he pronounced his last name Mouch. Thomas Mouch is missing. Was last seen on October 3rd at 4:45 a.m. wearing a hat, gray zip-up fleece, black jeans, hiking shoes. Last seen on Glenside Road in Berkeley Heights, New Jersey. I have met Thomas before. He goes by TJ. I know him as TJ. I know he's a big Devils fan, but the past couple days, I'm seeing through social media that he is missing. Very serious, fierce news. And I hope law enforcement is going to find him. If you have any information on him, let's see here. Call the Berkeley Heights Police Department, 908-464-1111. Again, the number is 908-464-1111. Been reading a couple articles on Tap In and one of these other sites saying that, he may have been walking at the Watchung reservations. There's a search party out for him right now. His wife Julia, his keys was left, apparently, allegedly, his wallet and all that. He's missing. He's one of our own. He's a big Devils fan. I met him once, and I can tell you he is a total hardcore New Jersey Devils fan, and I hope we find him safe soon. But we'll talk a little bit more about that on the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. Just wanted to get that out there. TJ, I hope we find you soon. So anyway, well, that's it for now. We're going to talk more Devils hockey again, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope you enjoyed the maiden voyage of the Morning Woo. I hope you have your alerts when the podcast is on, because it might be coming on at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. The Morning Woo. You requested it. It took 2 years to figure it out. But it's the Morning Woo. Talk a little bit about everything. So, again, hold your mugs, hold your cups high, take a sip. Cheers. Have a great, wonderful day. Till next time, let's go Devils.